I think I had learned how to network myself, which I would definitely stress upon immediately, even in your undergrad. I think it's very important to like, if you're an
Absolutely.
introvert, put a lot of conscious effort to becoming like a sort of an extrovert. I don't want you to go all out and like party, but I at least want you to like take the effort to consciously go and find out what other people are doing and learn to build relationships with them.
Absolutely.
I think that saved me to an extent. I started learning how to use LinkedIn more professionally and more efficiently. I remember very, very distinctly applying to 243 jobs because I've kept a tab on that. That's a reality check.
Yes.
243 jobs, 10 in the US and
Okay.
233 in mainland Europe.
Okay.
Maybe I might have thrown in a couple in Southeast Asia as well. And I received one reply out of 243.
Wow.
That one reply was from the US, funnily enough, and it was from the Fraunhofer Center for Sustainable Energy.
Okay.
Coincidentally, the Fraunhofer Institute of Solar Energy, which was based in Germany, was my dream to get into to do my PhD. So at that point of time, I was like, okay, I have to nail this interview. The Fraunhofer Center for Sustainable Energy is situated in Boston. It was a collaborative effort between Fraunhofer, which is a very big think tank in mainland Europe, collaborating with MIT.
Right.
They started it in Boston.
Right.
I love basketball, as I said,
Right.
and I always wanted to go to Boston. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I have to nail this interview. And I got that one interview out of the 243 applications. I nailed it. And the obvious next bulb that goes off in my head, or rather, the fuse blew out, was, oh damn, I have to deal with the visa situation. Which, thankfully, the US does promote a lot of research. And as the Obama era administration had consciously taken steps about exchanging. I think the US in that way has always been great about exchanging ideas and thoughts. So they had a specific category called the J visa category,
Yes.
which I very thankfully got. I got the visa and then I was off to the US.
Right.
I think those are avenues that can be explored when it comes to Europe to the US versus Europe versus the US. The second thing, which the point that I missed a lot earlier, is looking at how my parents had relationships with what we consider foreigners, right? Like
Mhm.
it was always a big thing to have like foreigners as family flicks or like and I was always fascinated by the fact that my dad, who came from a very remote village, my mom, who came from like a not so well background, managed to study their way to a place, and then they had amazing relationships with people from different cultures. Was also something that was a very big driving factor for me on picking depth, and that was another thing that I put into the application.
Right.
Because I said I know for a fact that if you go to the US, Indians form a silo, the Chinese form a silo, and
Absolutely.
hardly any American comes to do their masters. So
Right.
it's just like two big Asian demographies who are sitting in like working in silos, competing against each other for jobs,
Right. Right.
and that sort of continues. Whereas when I went to Delft,
Oh.
what I put into the application was I get to meet people from all over the place because I know Delft. I knew at that point Delft was a very multicultural society builder of sorts.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of Greeks moving in because they were trying to escape what was going on in Greece at that point.
Right.
There were a lot of Spanish people coming in as well because Spain wasn't that much better than Greece. There are a lot of Italians. There are a lot of Eastern Europeans. A lot of people we don't get to interact with.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, they have like a fondness for Indians because they really appreciate our culture.
Oh
So
wow.
all of these things really played a big role in me putting that down in the application. I think really worked in my favor because they were like, oh, okay, so this candidate is sort of not only looked at it from a career perspective, but also what it's going to give them from a cultural enriching experience, which I think really tipped the favor in my scale because I don't think I had an excellent academic. I mean, a first class with distinction in India is average. First class with distinction at 95% is great. I did not have any of that. I was mostly focusing on my sports life at that point in time. But this really worked in my favor is what I'd like to think. In terms of putting in cross-cultural exchange, and my advice and suggestions is that to your viewers is the same thing. Even if you do go to the US, which I think you generally should, learn the art of networking, but also learn the art of cultural exchange. It's, I think, very, very important, which will make your life much better.